roller team T-line 700, 7 metres long with chassis extensions underneath on a Fiat Ducato chassis, and when we come off a speed bump you get a nasty squeaking sound, and it's from the rear single leaf spring shackle, and I'm going to show you how to put it back together. So we'll start with the bad news. To get the 7 metre long van, they use these brackets onto the existing Ducato chassis just at the rear end of the leaf spring to put on this chassis extension, and that goes under the garage floor. All of this has to come off because that plate covers the Torx E24mm female shackle bolt, and you can't withdraw the bolt with that bracket in place. 4 bolts at the front, 2 more bolts to the left as we look at it there, so it's not terrible, but the bolts are all over length, so you'll need deep sockets as well. Easy for me because I've got the garage floor out to cure a damp problem, and we're working under here, and you can see that at the back end of the leaf spring I've already got the shackle off at the top, and in the chassis there I've left the rubbers mounted. Here's the shackle pin with the old bolt, and the reason it fails is as this pin passes through these nylon inserts you get corrosion inside, and eventually, rather than smoothly rotating inside the nylon insert, this seizes, and now the nylon insert is rotating as well inside the rubber. So what we've now purchased is a new rubber insert that goes into the chassis, and inside it here you can see a plastic top hat insert. I've separated the plastic top hat out of this one. This is quite hard to remove from the chassis and actually isn't the part that's failed. So I'm going to put that on one side. I'm going to insert the top hats, put a brand new pin through the middle, and the shackle bolt will go through there. So you can see the rubber is still in the chassis. Here's the new top hat. Just a push fit. And here comes the new pin. Some people assemble these with grease, but you'd have to assure yourself that the grease wasn't going to affect the plastic or the rubber inside. So here, this pin will knock in flush to this top hat. So the old ones were white, the new ones are black. No idea why. Now the shackle back in place. Torque these 2 nuts up with it on the ground. To jack the vehicle up in the first place, just jack one side by the chassis until the road wheel, the rear road wheel, just leaves the ground. I've been offered 107 or 136 foot-pound as the torque for these 2 nuts. I'm afraid I can't tell you exactly which one it is. You'll need the workshop manual.